Today we're going to be talking about the prong collar, sometimes referred to as a pinch collar. This metal collar is designed to make communication between you and your dog more effective when you're walking on the leash. It works by evenly distributing pressure around your dog's neck, making it easier for them to understand directional pressure from the leash. This is especially helpful compared to a flat collar, which can actually apply very blunt pressure to the dog's esophagus, causing damage, or even a harness, which actually incentivizes pulling.
That's right. The prong collar is an incredibly useful tool in dog training, but like any piece of equipment, it needs to be used correctly. If you use it in the way that we show you, the prong collar will never harm your dog. It is designed to create clear communication through consistent and even pressure, which helps your dog understand more clearly what you're asking them to do.
We really like to use the analogy of cowboys riding horses. There are some amazing cowboys out there who can ride horses bareback with zero equipment. But if either of us tried to do that, it would not work out well for us. So we both need the saddle, reins, bridle, and any other equipment that makes communication with the horse easier. That's exactly what the prong collar does for owners. It helps you communicate more clearly with your dog, especially when they're first learning how to walk properly on the leash.
Exactly. And the prong collar gives you more precise control and makes the process of teaching your dog to walk calmly on a leash more efficient. Because it evenly distributes the pressure around the neck, it prevents unnecessary stress building up in one area, usually like the front of the esophagus, which is what you'd get with a flat collar or a harness. And it's a tool that helps the dog understand the direction and the intensity of the pressure in a way that's very easy for them to interpret.
However, just like any training tool, misuse of the prong collar could lead to unwanted results. If used incorrectly, it could also be uncomfortable for your dog and could even cause harm. But when used properly, it's incredibly effective for communicating and teaching your dog. And to be honest, you could misuse a flat collar and harm your dog as well.
And the key here is that we're not using the prong collar to punish the dog, we're using it to communicate more effectively. The prong collar will help us deliver some on-leash corrections more effectively with less force, but the collar is mainly there to help guide your dog without causing pain and discomfort. And when you use it correctly, the pressure is applied in a mild yet extremely effective way, creating clearer communication between the behavior you want to continue or stop and the action that your dog takes.
Remember, the goal is to create a positive training experience. The prong collar is not a magical solution, but it is extremely valuable when used properly. And it gives you better control, especially when working with dogs who are learning to walk on a leash or just need a little bit more structure in their communication with you.
And the prong collar is such a great tool for enhancing communication between you and your dog. Like Maddie just said, it's not a magical tool. We've had many owners show up where they are on a prong collar and the dog continues to pull them around like crazy. So the equipment itself will not fix anything, but when you combine a properly fitted prong collar and an e-collar with our training techniques, the goal is to minimize the amount of input needed to get your dog to understand we're communicating with them. This way, elderly people, super young children that can barely walk themselves can grab the leash with a couple fingers of pressure and guide this very powerful dog around, and they can feel left, right, forward, backward with minimal amounts of pressure to make sure that they understand that that is communication.
We'll show you how exactly to use this in a safe and comfortable way. And with consistent practice, you'll find that you have more control and confidence with this tool. And your dog will have a clear understanding of what's being asked.
Good luck, and we'll see you on the next video.